Good evening, my name is The Ferret on Degroot plus EU with Alarmcopter.
Hello!
And yeah, standard rules apply. If you don't want to hear sounds of our voices, please go to the main menu, go to the mute button and please just mute us. It's a lot easier than trying to complain at us. Partially because we have powers of mute as well, so we don't have to hear you. Now anyway, today on Degroot. Personally, I love this map. It's a good, it's training session for how to be brave in TF2.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a Marmite map, but I'm firmly within the love camp. I mean, this is just such a fun map to play on. I don't know, it's just so much easier to jump into this than it is to jump into a full game of TF2. It's just a cracking game, really.
It's partly because the servers aren't usually full either, which does help. For some reason, this is reasonably unpopular. Well, as you said, it's a Marmite map, but I love it. I mean, I would say having a look at the class shows and all that, but we all know everyone just goes Demo Man or a Sniper anyway.
Yeah, this map, class choices don't really mean a thing. I mean, it just, like you said, it comes down to bravery. I mean, if you can't fight with honour, then don't bother joining the server.
Actually, one thing that's going on in Blue, actually, Red holding quite well, actually. Blue haven't got round to actually taking point A until now. Now, in any case. Well, from the looks of it, Red are trying to get something organised, but look at that guy there, Peter, right in there. Yeah, that's how you play Demo Man.
Yeah, I don't really know where Red are, to be honest. They seem to have like a couple of people at any time, and yeah.
Well, that was...
Blue just owned it.
That was short, and, well, yeah. Okay, round 2. See what teams are happening. Well, as you said, Blue team, pretty much Sniper, Demo Man, Sniper, Demo Man, Sniper, Demo Man. Yep, that's... And same for Red. That's the only problem I do find with Degroot. It does very limiting class choices.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, there is kind of like a very valid status quo with this map. Most maps you can pretty much go anything and do well. This one, I mean, like, Engineer is kind of pointless. Pyro is quite pointless. Yeah, so that is one problem I'd say with this map. It kind of does eliminate a couple of classes, but, when it's this silly, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the heavy with the boxing gloves, heavy is actually reasonably good in this server, simply for the buffalo steak sandwich. And then you've got the spy, which is still reasonably good in this game. The backstab is still an instant kill.
Yeah, I mean, and I think as well, it kind of goes hand in hand with like the bravery aspect. People are less spy checky on a map like this, where you're more prone to an attack, I think, than any other normal map, especially like payloads as well. Payload maps, you'll get someone firing backwards pretty much constantly, but here, I don't know, it's kind of just, people don't care. It's just like a Valhalla kind of game.
Yep. Speaking of which, I mean, actually, Red were holding quite magnificently there until they actually broke formation. Actually, no, they didn't break formation, they hid. Who knew you could camp with melee weapons?
Something we haven't actually seen yet is I haven't seen any real demo jumping. Usually, like, that's the first. Well, there we go, first one there, I think, from Shex. But that's usually something that, like, as soon as a map starts, you see like 10,000 demo men jump up onto the battlements. But I haven't really seen it.
It's kind of like a bit from like 300. We will darken the sky with our demo men. But anyway, I mean, okay, 3 minutes 10. They got the point. Now. One thing I do love at Degroot is short rounds. It does require you to actually get in there and do something. I do like that. I'm not sure what happened there. Surprised just abandoned the point. This isn't the first time we've seen something this reckless happening, but it does happen.
Yeah, I think what I like about it is the fact that because it's melee and it's slightly unpredictable, if you've got a server that has crits enabled, then it could be one person up against like 5 people and he can still win. And it is just that like glorious, honourable fight kind of thing that just seems to just permeate the whole game. And I think that's the main reason why I love it. It just encourages honourable fighting. Yeah,
it does. Unless you're playing Spy, of course, but that's always been a dishonourable choice. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's like, you're in a fight and it's like knives mode or melee weapons, and you really should hit somebody with that. Usually what I tend to find is I bring out an axe and I probably just keep pressing M2 until the problem goes away. But in any case, I look at Red though, they're defending really well, just let nobody get near that point, and that's part of the objective for this game actually. Just make sure they don't even touch the point and don't let them get overtime.
control point is being captured.
Oh, nice work there from Shex. Blue team really on that point B.
Something I'm quite surprised we haven't seen so far, actually, is Pain Train. I mean, I know it's obviously not the strongest weapon, but, you know, for this map especially, it's ideal. There's nothing that can hurt you in any sort of bad way. You know, there's no real downside to using the Pain Train on this map.
Yep, that is true. Oh, what's happening? Is it a spy cap? Demo cap.
It's a very sneaky demo.
Yeah, one thing I've seen a lot is Peter. I mean, that guy is seriously running around, pretty much being the fireman today. I mean, seriously, he's just everywhere. And I think he's got that. He's using the Bizarre Bargain. I mean, if you can get that down to work with the sword, oh, that's a lovely combo. Super damaging.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
One thing I'm saying though is 1 minute 2, and there are a few snipers. They do need to get in there. This is the kind of thing they're kind of firing in, but they're not really gaining any ground.
No, I think at this point it's another map where good, like, even though it is just silly, a good clash twist can really help.
So much derp. Oh, jeebus! I can't believe how close that got. Wow, blue nearly had that. I mean, if the snipers moved in, but they were getting some hits in there. But I don't know, a good old few knives in there would have helped. There go the snipers, they're really trying. I think it's... Oh no, that's done! That was nicely done there. Okay, round the third. Now, one thing I do think with this map is, I mean, there is strategy to this game, but mainly it comes down to bravery. I mean, that's the thing with Sniper, actually. They're not bad in close combat, especially with the new Bushwhacker.
Yeah, it is kind of like a thing where this map is half of it comes down to skill, half of it comes down to luck. It's certainly not as skill based as the rest of TF2. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the melee hit detection on certain weapons is just completely off, and when you miss, you hit, and when you hit, you miss.
Oh god, one of the worst ones is the Ubisoft. For me, that's got so much range, considering how stubby the thing is.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the receiving end of many, well, what I consider to be an unfair eyelander, but, I don't know, lag compensation seems to be all the more important when it comes to melee fights.
Fast Scar on top of the Battlemans. They're really basically giving Red run for their money for the time being. Oh, he's in there deep. Oh man, he's really giving him a headache. Oh no, and shot down. But I think it's actually a little distraction that actually really helped Blue Team. Red Team was so preoccupied with one damn man fighting inside their borders, they didn't really keep an eye on the point.
Yeah, it's basically taking on the role of what a scout would be in a normal game, you know, just an annoyance class where everybody has to try as hard as they can just to take out the one guy.
Oh man, Scout, I mean, Scout's actually got some lovely ones here. I think you can use the Cleaver in this with the Sandman, and that gives you a ranged Scout.
Yeah, I mean, I actually really like Scout in this map for like Mad Milk and Fan of War. I think that's a fantastic combo, just because, I don't know, I feel like this map is slightly less teamworky than most are.
Yeah, that's the thing. Actually, Mad Milk, to be fair, is such a nice team weapon. I mean, they take out Girardi, I think. We didn't put Girardi in here because it'd be overpowered as hell, but Mad Milk's the best thing you can get. Mermite there, just standing around while losing the point. Okay, Joffet recovered that. It's looking a little bit derpy in there, but Red got to push out. They've got to keep Blue away from that. Get him out of overtime. I mean, that's half of it, actually. If the Blue can just keep the overtime up, they can just keep... Oh, dear. Just about. You want to get that door shut again. If you can defend the other points, you know, you can really save some time on this.
Yeah, actually, Red are doing a really, really nice job now covering all the bases, which they haven't really been doing so far, but they've got someone in every single spot and they're pushing people out, which is really good.
Yeah, be careful though. I mean, there's pushing out. But if, you know, Blue breaks in like they have now, it's looking tricky. Ooh. But, yeah, blue are in there again. Oh, that's looking desperate. That's a lot of demo men.
Yeah, I don't think red can do a whole
No,
lot.
that was too much. Keep bottled up in that gate area. It's a good place to hold them. Okay, round 4. Now let's have a look at teams. What's going on? Well, we're seeing red team changed up a little. Blue team are sticking with snipers and demomen for the time being.
3, 2, 1.
Actually, one of the classes that never gets played on this. You know, I'd like to see a soldier with some buff banders and stuff like that. That's amazing fun. There it goes off.
Oh yeah, whenever I see that, I mean that's something I personally really like to do, just because it's kind of conducive to like that sort of massive charge of bravery. It's, you know, you're basically just a Braveheart kind of thing, and I just really love seeing that go off.
Yeah. I'll just answer questions. Yeah, we're basically doing a public commentary. Please mute us if you feel free, if you want to. But yeah, just for fun really. It's going up on YouTube later. And I can't hear you, the Russian. Sorry, I'm afraid you've been muted. Now, in any case. Hey, keeping that nice. The blue team are, you know, doing a reasonable job of this game.
Not as fast as the last one though. I think something that's really helping them, and what helped them attack last round, was I believe it's Wrangler using the amputator. He's doing really, really nice work, just keeping everybody topped up with health.
Yeah, that is actually nice. Also a bit of morale boost as well. People tend, the people who are not so in the know with TF2 think, oh wait, I got crits. It works so many times. Yeah, we were trying to get in there. Now, if red can just hold the gate area, just keep some guys in the front of that, have some guys at the back, keep an eye on some demo men jumping over, you should be good for defending.
Red actually there had a really nice little scout annoyance tactic going on there. I think they had 2, maybe even 3 scouts actually going back to blue's spawn and attacking them there, which was actually quite a nice bit of work. I mean, it did slow them down.
That's the thing. Scouts are meant for that kind of action, really. They're, you know, they're an annoyance engine. You just basically have them running around just being assholes. Pretty much their draft. Let's see what's going on now. I mean,
okay, that courtyard is looking much better organised than the last one, at least in my opinion. Red seem to have their act together quite a lot better than blue did last time, or red did last time rather.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. They're keeping an eye on that gate. They're keeping an eye on what's coming over the top. And they've got a few guys, but not the entire team running out. But yeah, actually, a lot of red team are outside. And the gates are down, but in a strange way, in the best position possible. They're all outside and they can all get to defend points. And also, am I seeing something a bit weird here? Are all the medics using amputators and just taunting all the time?
Yeah, they do seem to have opted for just extreme use of medics now, which it does seem to be paying off. I haven't seen anyone die for quite some time.
Yeah, it'll be pretty much extreme team fortress. Basically, you know, the entire team adopts a circle formation or square formation. Keep the healers in the middle. Don't let them get to the healers. That'd be awesome, but it would just be so hard to do. Actually, on a red team, you just cover a point as a square. You could do it. Yeah, I could work, but you need the entire team to get up behind that.
Yeah, that's a tactic we need to see at some point, definitely.
I thought more competitive level stuff, but in a derp game, it'd be glorious, but it would never happen. Anyway, blue are in there. Yeah, that's capping. Yeah, now only the last minute to go, but I think if blue bum rush it now, they could be in with a chance. Medic's in there. That was a very brave medic. Runs in there with the amputator. Bravo 1 in there. One-man battle.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
That's how it ended. Dead.
I think blue would have a lot better chance then if they had managed to throw like 4 or 5 people in at once, because there was definitely like a, you know, at least a 10-second opening there. They wouldn't have capped it straight away, but they could have at least amassed a good enough defense on the point. But I don't know, red, you know, they basically just gave red enough time to get back through the gate, so it was all for naught, really.
Yeah, this team isn't mobbing up. We're seeing a lot of medics and snipers on blue team. They're not really contributing to them. And the demo men are just running rampant at the moment. "22 seconds. If they can get both points now, they'll buy themselves another minute. Buy 2 caps, get 1 minute free." Okay, that's A going. It's looking good. But no, red are on this. Nah, these guys are too pro. So we'll not let them get an advantage now and just win the game. Oh, can they win it on overtime? We've seen it happen, but I have a feeling it's not going to happen.
No, yeah, it look. Ooh.
Oh. They need both. They need to be on both at the same time. Oh, balls to the wall. So much balls. Oh, they're going to lose this. Jeebus, they're keeping this alive with sheer force of will.
They cut that so close, though. That was literally like maybe a second away from losing straight away
Yep.
there.
Oh,
Oof.
Jesus, this is tight. Oh, I can't believe that. Just squeeze an extra minute out of there. They've got to do that again now to win the game. Okay, guys. Your tactics is now mob up, get mad, and hit everything. Okay, can they pull this off? This would be an epic breakback. This is the pub push.
I don't know, it's not looking too good. Red is pretty wise to that tactic, to be honest.
Quick, they're strong with desperation. Okay, it's not looking good. 20 seconds, 20 unofficial seconds. I mean, it's the longest overtime I've seen. Oh, it's looking good. No, not enough.
Yeah, I think Red have got this one.
Yeah, no. I mean, that was a lovely attempt by Blue. They're trying to bring back the game, but not enough. And that was a good game, actually. I really enjoyed that. I just thought Blue were going to go down with a whimper, but they were totally different. Didn't.